All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and pets,
Wild
welcome
Rift!
back. Welcome back to match 2 of the first week of our group stage for the Wild Rift Asia Brawl. I'm your caster, AssassinDave. With me today are two beautiful, beautiful people, TJ as well as Xcondro. You can find their social links in the chat right now. Make sure to go ahead and follow them on Twitter. We're watching the second game between these two teams with OneSnap one game ahead. What do you guys think about projection for the second game?
I think, as I said, it's so difficult to analyze what Soy are made of because it was such a compositional difference and it snowballed so hard that it's impossible. I need a better and more even set of games. And I'm having a look at the band: Kennen, Akali, Eve. I think that's Evelyn ban, and I'm so happy to see it. Lee Sin, yeah. So Kennen, Akali, Eve, Lee Sin. I'm so happy to see the Evelyn ban. It needed to happen.
Keys to victory after game one. There were no keys to victory. There was a key to victory, and it was ban Evelyn. So we've crossed that threshold. Now we can start to move into this game two. Looking at the team comps, is anything jumping out to you?
Okay, Gragas is a huge deal. When you have a Gragas, he's also relatively impressive. We've got a Lulu, either Lulu top or Lulu mid. So we've got a Lulu Baron lane or a Lulu mid lane. I think having a look at the composition, I'm imagining that it's going to be Lulu into Jarvan, and then we keep Gragas mid. Gragas is usually played mid. He's usually more impactful with his ability to roam a little bit like the Evelyn. But I'm liking the comp from Soy this time round, much more in terms of power picks, and the Shyvana Lulu combo is going to be there. Lulu building a more heavy AP build path, so very, very excited to see Soy. If they're going to win with a comp, it's going to be this one.
We are on the perspective of Soul of Soy right now. That's F2Y and their team. OneSnap on the opposite side, currently up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. If OneSnap win this game, currently the red team, then that's the end of our night, Scoundrel.
Absolutely. It looks like we've got a lane swap coming through though here, TJ, because Gragas, you know what I talked about previously about when you initiate a lane swap, you need to make sure you have a Baron laner with a good wave clear. Well, Gragas can do that. I thought Gragas might be going mid, but this makes sense if they're going to initiate a lane swap. Gragas has the barrels, which means he'll be able to clear waves much more readily and much more easily. Jarvan, a little bit less so. So they're going to nullify that Jarvan top lane pick by initiating the lane swap and giving the Gragas the ability to wait. Are they just lane swapping back? Wait, why would you initiate the lane swap and then just lane swap back?
We gotta keep lane swapping. I don't know.
This doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
They did initiate it, which is where the confusion comes from. They weren't responding to something.
Yeah, they weren't responding to this. This is something that they did. And
they tried it out, Excadrill, and they did not like it. Oh, we are going back to how it was before.
But now they're just behind in experience in gold, and not much, obviously. But anyway,
you ever tried on an outfit in a shop and just been like, not me. That's what they did.
I don't try on outfits because I know what my size is. So yeah, I know what my size is, so I just buy it without trying it on.
That's what you get when you're as confident as Excadrill. Here is the OneSnap POV. It is a little low frame rate, so we'll try and cut off of it if it gets too bad. But I think it's valuable to see their perspective, particularly their jungler perspective, after Renji was so important to that game one.
Yep, and he's gone for the Wukong again. Obviously, very confident in the way that he can play this particular champion. OneSnap in the sort of driving seat in terms of the early game. They were able to freeze top lane slightly, making it more difficult for Gragas to get into the lane. They were actually in the process of freezing the bot lane too, which why you can see Misfortune and Braum have not pushed up a significant distance in this lane. OneSnap, I would say, in a stronger position at this point in time. They also have what I like to call the Death Bowl. TJ, you probably have seen this composition in your time in League of Legends. This is a very traditional League of Legends composition that spans the ages. It is essentially called the Death Bowl because you have Jarvan deliver the Orianna Ball with his flag and drag combo, which is what we call his initiation. He jumps into his ultimate, which is a giant bowl, and then they can shockwave on top of it with the Misfortune ultimate over the top of that. It's again another team fight wombo combo that if you pull it off correctly is devastating.
Renji does get a little bit caught out here in the mid lane. You can see that they were playing really aggressive, constantly stealing away camps. We don't have the Evelyn to do that this time for OneSnap, but you're still seeing them play really aggressively across the map. And that's really fun to see from an organized team. They're taking advantage of their characters to bully out a few camps here or there and be able to earn out a jungle advantage.
Yeah, I think Renge has done a really good job of that. Like, even if he just takes away a couple of those we calling them Krugs? They are called Krugs in this game, I assume. If he takes a couple of those Krugs away from Shyvana, those are high experience camp. And as you know, if you clear the big one, the camp will despawn. After you, if you leave any of the smaller Krugs there, they will just despawn. So Shyvana loses all of that experience regardless. So all you need to do is go and take away the main camp, and then following that, or the main creep in that camp. So once you take that, the rest of the camp will despawn if you leave it. So Shyvana loses the golden experience anyway, and you've denied it. And he's doing the same thing here. Look, that camp will despawn. He cleared the big one, and it will eventually despawn. And then he was just trying to go into just potentially impact that side lane. So that's what he did to the Shyvana in the top lane, and that camp is worth a lot of gold and a lot of experience. It's a really good way to deny that from the enemy jungler by just going in and taking the main creep from the camp, and it will despawn, and then the enemy jungler can't get any of it.
Don't call them creeps, man. That's messed up. So far, so good for Soul of Soy.
Yeah, that's the traditional name. That's the traditional name for these things, CJ. We call
so
them
far,
creeps.
so good for Soul of Soy, as game number 2 is going much better than game number 1. We're a whole 5 minutes in, and they haven't lost a devastating team fight yet.
Nope, exactly. But we do have that first dragon being started up. The Orianna Jarvan rotating over for it. Obviously, denying dragons from Shyvana is the name of the game here.
Ooh, gets dangerous. A deep dive through the backline will result in a dead Brawl. And that should be the fight. Instead, it's a full Shyvana commit round the side. Renji able to stay on the front lines. Cloud Drake does go over to the Jarvan. So OneSnap so far so good, and may even be able to disengage from this mess. No, full chase down is in effect. A deep dive from the back lines. This Kai'Sa doing a lot of work, but Corchana tries to cut through the front lines, but there is so much gold being passed over to this Kai'Sa. It needs to be turned around by big Orianna plays. Luckily, we got those.
My God, that Alistair pulverized was absolutely disgusting, dude. 3 people on 5% HP. He's like the dying breath. I want to take a look at that again. A lot of this fight was very kind of janky and all over the place. Obviously, the Jarvan getting the Drake is great from denying that from Shyvana. Kai'Sa uses her ultimate to execute, but watch the Alistair. MVP. This fight was lost without the Alistair right here. He's back. Dave's back. Dave.
We lost producer Dave.
Okay, we're good. We're now watching F2Y again, so we're back onto Soul of Soy here, who are, again, slightly struggling.
I was going to say, I'm going to hold this thought because Soul of Soy's situation has just gotten worse. That was another shove through the mid lane, and I believe Rift Herald is getting picked up as we speak by OneSnap.
Oh, it's a 2-level advantage for the Jarvan. That's actually nutty, although maybe not the best place to be looking for a fight under the enemy turret.
You win those F2Y. Go for it. I don't think he wins that, but I wanted to see it. Does call for a rotate nonetheless. So let's frame it this way. OneSnap, despite everything that just happened, are still in a better position than they were last game at this time code. What can they do to get back in this? What can they do to stabilize?
Difficult question to answer because I don't think your team fight is as strong as the team fight that
maybe this
the
flash over the wall.
Nice body slam flash.
Will commit F2Y for big damage on the combo, and they shut down the Orianna.
It's a start. It is a start, TJ, and a start that they needed. They're going to pick up the turret in the same time. Again, next Dragon fight is going to be especially influential. They have unfortunately lost their mid lane tier 1, though. Mid lane tier 1 is like the key to opening the map. So I'm going to be a little stressed for Soul of Soy over the next few minutes. We have another fight kind of breaking out on the bottom side of the map here as we have that body slam coming through once more. Nice body slam from F2Y.
Some sexy Gragas action. Pressure down bottom will be the Rift Herald that we saw get picked up a moment ago. You do see the Cataclysm, the Jarvan ult spent as well to no avail. OneSnap will take a turret, but not get anything more.
Actually, well, I think that's a win. Like as I said with Rift Herald, all Rift Herald can offer you, at best, it'll offer you 2 turrets most of the time. Sometimes if you're very lucky, you can use it to push all the way to the inhibitor. Getting a turret out of Rift Herald is exactly what the objective was designed for. So I think I think they're being a bit cheeky in the jungle. I don't think they want to take this fight. They're trying to set up something for the dragon.
For the dragon.
Yeah, getting a turret out of a Rift Herald is the ideal scenario. So I think they're happy with that. I mean, they've broken every tier 1 turret in the game so far for the enemy. Got Alistair breaking into a fight here.
Yeah, but before John is starting this off with a disgusting amount of damage for an Alistair, enables everything and hasn't gone down yet. The big cow bringing home the bells. This will be another pickup. Finally, the Alistair goes down, but Jammy already incredibly low. F2Y has to back away. They did just grab the Jarvan, though, which should mean there's no further punish. Unfortunately, the damage has already been done, Scoundrel.
I mean, they got the dragon, which is the most important thing here. You can see Renji just focuses down the dragon again, denying another Drake from Shyvana. Shyvana did try and jump over the wall here. Did she get? Oh, she stole it.
She did.
She actually stole it. That's insane. That is such a big win. I was almost certain that went in favor of OneSnap, but Shyvana jumps over and gets the steal.
The initial burst was too early, and I caught that on our first pass, so I just assumed there was no way that got picked up. But a really huge play from the Shyvana there. Yeah,
absolutely. That is enough to start to make Soul of Soy a little bit more competitive in this game. Absolutely. I love to see it. I think that was a really, really good Hail Mary jump from the Shyvana to go over and take that dragon away, because now again, Infernal coming up, that puts them on a more even stead for that 3rd dragon fight. And, as Dave said in his previous analysis, that the Infernal Drake is probably the most impactful for Shyvana in terms of team fight impact. As a champion, you're going to get that true damage in your dragon form, which is absolutely insane. Again, though, we didn't have a proper cohesive team fight from OneSnap, and that's what I'm keeping my eyes on. That's what I'm looking towards. Having a team fight where OneSnap can actually make that wombo combo work. The flag and dragon strike combo into Cataclysm with the shockwave on top, with the bullet time layered in over that. It's very difficult to fight against that. Shyvana's getting caught out. She does have her transformation ready to go, but she will just back off for the time being.
Yeah. So we slow things down here again after that Drake got stolen away. After that fight was a little bit closer, you could see OneSnap had a moment where they decided, if we don't take any risks. And they waited for this Baron to come up. Now we'll develop a full team fight around it. Front line, so far so good. Big bullet time, zones back the entire fight. And there is the Wombo combo. The front line Cataclysm from the Jarvan and a Wukong from Renji just diving into the back lines and cleaning everything up. A double kill already picked up, and that will be a triple to close out the team fight. Renji going huge on the Wukong for OneSnap, and that is a devastating victory for them in this game.
Oh my God, you've got to look at Renji in this team fight. Again, just show you what he does. Wukong can obviously activate his Cyclone twice on the team fight. Jumps in, gets the initial knock-up onto the Shyvana, immediately cycles into the second knock-up, and again, the clone used afterwards for the second Cyclone. He dives onto the Kai'Sa in the backline. She is dead. The CC that Renji applied in that fight was absolutely insane. Single-handedly creating the space for his team to just layer in that sort of huge damage combos that they have, the shockwave and the bullet time. Renji is an absolute beast this game, and he's even going the tankier Wukong build, not going for that the Ghostblade GA build that we see so often. He's going for that Black Cleaver, and the Black Cleaver will be able to shred the armor during Cyclone, allowing Miss Fortune to deal more damage with her bullet time. He's building a kind of a team fight orientated build here, not looking for the solo burst kills with the Ghostblade. He's gone for the Black Cleaver to have team-wide impact, to make that wombo combo with Miss Fortune work more effectively. Really, really nice pickup here. Renji has been especially impressive for me.
And we talked about ease of execution during our first game of the day, and I think that's maybe something we should harp on again here, is it is really, really easy for OneSnap to win team fights. They have so many easy overlapping combos, where if multiple players engage on the same set of targets, they will win by default.
Yeah. The problem for Soy is that for their team fight wins to become a reality, it relies on really optimal positioning from the Kai'Sa. Great CC, great exactly. You got to peel for your Kai'Sa incredibly well with the Lulu. There isn't any kind of like solid engaged follow up. And so that's one of the big problems. That's a nice engage. What on earth?
That's actually
happened to
huge.
the
A little bit of
entire
lag,
roster
but we're past it. The ball time shreds through the back of the team fight, though, just as surely as we briefly shredded through the space-time continuum.
What on earth did I just see? Oh no! Wait, they just won. They just won. Oh my god, that was a perfect way to end. Oh my god, the Gragas ultimate into the Brawl ultimate just sent them into like some kind of weird portal. It was. Oh my god, what did I just watch?
It was a lag spike perfectly timed.
Oh,
and the entire
Dave's got it.
OneSnap Esports
Look at this guy.
team. Oh, look
Let's
at
watch
this.
again. Let's watch it again. I just want to watch
Space
what happens.
program.
What happens to the models? What on earth happened to that Oriana? She just disappeared off the map. Oh no, that was too good. That was too good.
Is the new Wild Rift space program. We're hoping to be able to compete with NASA and Space Force soon. So a 2-0 victory to OneSnap in that game too. Hi Dave. Sorry, I talked over you there.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, obviously we're watching the stream with a limitation of the technology that we have. So hope everybody understand that. But go ahead, TJ.
I wanted to, first of all, of course, congratulate OneSnap on the 2-0 victory. And second of all, say, even though those games were less back and forth, I think that was some of the highest quality Wild Rift we saw today. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. What about you,
I think they were dominant from the outset from OneSnap. I think their macro control was impeccable. They were on the timers every time. Their team fights looked beautiful. The way that they comboed their team fight comps together was so super nice. Like, you don't see Jarvan top a lot because Jarvan top isn't particularly, or Jarvan Baron lane, because Jarvan Baron lane isn't particularly strong. But the way that they used him was primarily for those objective fights, those team fights, and it worked so well for them overall. So yeah, I think OneSnap looking pretty good going into the rest of this tournament so far.
Yeah, and they're looking really strong.
They are the only OneSnap are the only team that has worked out how to leave the map. So that's just a gigantic advantage headed into the rest of the games.
Legally.
Legally.
Yeah. Allowed within the tournament. They're definitely not using any tools. You know, I just give credit to their
Dave.
To the data companies for making that happen. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that will conclude our Group 1 Day 1 matches today. We have a lot of exciting matches. We have two teams, obviously, have now gotten their points, and hopefully the other teams will step it up in the next following games. Tomorrow, we'll have the Group 2 and Group 3 matches as well. More notifications on the Wild Rift competitive Twitter account. If you're looking for their Twitter, looking for their social media, make sure to go ahead and follow them with the link in description right away. Do not hesitate. Go to their social media with the link in description. Now, before we end our stream, I want to do a big shout out to our sponsor, Trovo. Trovo is hosting a variety of tournaments, events for League of Legends Wild Rift with a bunch of prizes for you to claim, including total of 30,000 wild core giveaway throughout this entire tournament. Without Trovo's generous support, this tournament would not be possible. So make sure to head to trovo.live with a link in the chat for some exclusive coverage. And a big shout out for our beautiful, sexy, handsome casters, TJ and XCondra.
We got all three.
Yeah, they got all three. They got all the qualities. Just the best. So if you're watching their stream here, their social media is also in the chat right now. Go ahead and follow them on Twitter, as they will be showing up a lot more frequently in the Wild Rift Asia Brawl. With that, guys, who is your favorite team? Hope you guys are starting to build your next most expected match. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a break, actually say goodbye. You guys want to say anything to the viewers?
Sick esports, Wild Rift. That's what I always say.
Nice one, TJ. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. I hope you guys continue to support Dave and all of the work that he does with the Asia Brawl. He's putting a lot of work in to make Wild Rift, at least grassroots Wild Rift esports a thing. So I think you guys should continue to support him because he's doing a great thing here, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
That's what I said.
Wow. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm blushing. You know, you guys know me for being shameless. Now I'm blushing. I can't believe it. All right, so let's go ahead and say goodbye to all the beautiful viewers here. Thank you for coming in. Stay tuned tomorrow. A lot more announcement coming up. With that, AssassinDave signing off. See you guys tomorrow. Bye now.